Hello everyone, welcome to my channel again. So on today's channel I'm gonna teach you about Java, like more more of the question related with the interview at this time, and it is regarding the main method, like public, static, void, main, string, argument, related with that one before we jump into the data type and other Java chapter. So let me start with the new Java project. So I will be working on STS in my Ubuntu Jammy Jellyfish operating system. So let's start this project name with practice, practice. Finish. And I don't want to create model, so this is the practice. Here the source. So under source I want to create a package called test. So in this package I want to create a class called test main. So there you go, we got a class called testmain.java Java file. So it's under the package test, which is this one. And here you go, this is the public class testmain. So this is the class name, and we start with public static void main area of string arguments, and there you go. So system that out print line or println. So this is like basic Java code we have to do, and we have to learn by heart. And so let's say I'm gonna write here hello world, and let's save it, and it's gonna print hello world. Okay, I'm gonna click here, okay, Java application. So here you can see it's printing hello world. So before this I'm gonna like say what does this do, like this main method does, what like every character, not character, I mean like every word does here, like what kind of work they do for the main method. I'm gonna talk about it. So before that, let's not create here. Before that, what is bytecode in Java? Like most of the time we're gonna get asked what is bytecode. We need to understand what is bytecode. So what is bytecode in Java? So bytecode, Java bytecode is the instruction set for the Java virtual machine, JVM. So it acts similar to representation of C++ code, and it is like intermediate representation of a Java program, allowing Java virtual machine to translate a program into machine level assembly instruction. So it is Java bytecode is the instruction set for the Java virtual machine act similar to an assembler, which is an alias representation of a C++ code. So that means like if you studied Java, you can switch to C++ or C#, or if you know C++ or C#, you can switch to Java. So these are like it will be easy to understand this code. Yeah. So what does it actually do? Like, what does bytecode do? It is intermediate representation of Java program. So intermediate representation of a Java program, allowing a Java virtual machine to translate a program into machine level assembly instruction. Translate a program into machine level assembly instruction. So this is the bytecode. Like if interviewer asked you, you can answer this one. So after that I'll give this one number 1. So what is source code? What is source code in Java? So source code is a set of instruction, command and statement which is written by a programmer by using a computer programming language. So this is actually this, other than this, because this is a comment from here to here, it's a comment. So other than this, from here to here, it's a source code. So it is a set of instructions, commands and statements which is written by a programmer by using a computer programming language. Such as Java, C++, C#. These are the programming languages. Yeah. So this is the source code. And on number 3, most of the interview related with the Java, like what they will ask you about, like what does main method do, like normally what does main method do. So what does main method do? Main method actually execute the program. So this main method here, it will ask a Java virtual machine, I mean like compiler, to execute the program here, this one. That's it. Other than that, it doesn't do compilation. So main method execute the program. Main method just execute the program, and it does not compile. So main method just execute the program, it does not compile. A compiler does the compilation. After that, other question normally the interviewer might ask you, like why this main method is always void, like always void. So main method doesn't return anything. This has been done to keep like things simple, I mean program simple, because one main method is finished executing this Java program, I mean this virtual machine terminates, I mean Java program just terminates. So there is no point in returning anything. So, and if there is anything, I mean if you, I mean there is nothing that can be done for the written object by Java virtual machine. So that's why main method is always void. Like why main method is always in Java. So Java main method doesn't return anything. To keep things simple, once main method is finished executing Java program, terminates. So there is no point in returning anything. And there is nothing that can be done for the written object by JVM. So there is nothing that can be done for the returned object by JVM, Java Virtual Machine. And you might, like interviewer, they might ask why main method is always public static, like why main method is always public and static. So I'm gonna write the question here. Sorry, 5. Why main method is public static in Java? So Java main method is always static, so that compiler can call it without creation of an object, or before the creation of an object of the class. So what does that mean is, like, static, if we don't have any static, the let's start like this. If we remove this one, this main method need object in here in the body of main method, so that's why we need static. Main method need to be static, so that we don't need any object. So Java main method is static, so that compiler can call it without creation of an object. And like here, so what does this string, array of string, means in main method? Like, it can, the array of string here means it can hold multiple value of string, like multiple value of string in the body of main method here, in the body of main method here. So whatever we can put, it will just hold the multiple value of string. So you might ask, what does string means in main method? So it means array of strings which can hold multiple value of string, multiple value of string in the body of main method. And sometime the interviewer, they might ask you, if main method have array of integer instead of string, does it compile? Like here, instead of string, array of string, if we put integer, will it compile? And the answer would be no, it doesn't. It doesn't, because Java virtual machine doesn't recognize that integer array. So let's save it, this one, and let's run. It says it doesn't. Main method not found in class test main. Please define the main method as public static void main string arguments rather than integer array. So here should be always string, not integer. So here you go. 7th question, if main method array of int instead of string array, does it compile? So answer is no, it doesn't, because JVM doesn't recognize the int array. The int array. It's American JVM. Okay. And like we might ask with just a second, I'll just set this one and run it. It will run hello world. So it is always a string array other than int array. So the interviewer, they might ask, if we remove static, here the static from here in main method, does it run? So let me try removing it. Just delete it, save it, and run it. It doesn't. The main method is not static in class test. The test main, please define the main method as public static void main string arguments. So it should be static. So let's save it and run it. So it shows hello world. So why is that? It is because JVM, Java Virtual Machine, doesn't recognize the main method without static, and static means like there need to be we don't have to create any object in the body of the main method, like we don't have any object to create here, so that's why it is static, and JVM wouldn't recognize the main method without static. So if we remove static from static in main method, does it run? So answer is not, because JVM doesn't recognize the main method without static. JVM doesn't recognize the main method without static. So sometime we might ask, if we remove this public here in main method, does it run? So the answer is it doesn't, again, because Java Virtual Machine again doesn't recognize the main method without public. So public is an access modifier. So I'll just delete this one, save it, and run it. See, main method not found in class test main. Please define the main method as public static void main string arguments. So JVM didn't recognize the main method without public, so public should be always there. So number 9 question would be, if we remove the public in main method, does it run? answer is no, it doesn't, because JVM doesn't recognize the main method without public. So answer would be this. And what if we use let's say this static is in front of this public. We keep this static, it's just behind public here. So what if we put this static in front of this public? Will it run? So what do you guys think? Let me cut this one and put it over here. Will it run? Will this program hello world run? So answer would be yes, it will run, and I will tell you the reason why it will run. Let me save this one and run it. You see there, hello world, it will run. The answer is static can be written in front of public, because public is an access modifier. So we can write this static before access modifier or after the access modifier. So which is in front of this public. If we write static, it will run. If we write this static after the public, it will also run. So here, and let's save it. So 10th question is what if we use I'll write like this so it will easy to understand. What if we use static public void main string argument? What if we use static public void main string argument instead of public static void main? This key is not working. Main string array arguments. Does it run? Answer is yes. Why it does run? It will run because static can be written in front of access modifier. So access modifier are this public, public, private, protected, and default. Yeah, so there are 4 types of modifiers. So just we will cover this access modifier later. So I was just talking about this this main method at the moment, so that it will help you to get through the interview. Yeah, because lots of when we study in university, they don't tell about this thing. They will just go through the chapter and like yes, sometime, and when we go for interview, these are the questions they're gonna ask you, and we have to get through it. So we have to know this stuff. So in front of access modifier or behind. And Next question, what if we use let's say, what if we use this void in front of static? Does it run? Other than this, like public static void main string argument, this void is kept in front of this static. Does it run? Let me cut this one and I'll just paste here. Does it run? You know the answer already. It doesn't run, it doesn't compile, because main method always need return type, which is void. So this main method need return type, which is this void, because main method need return type, otherwise like it's not going to work. So that's why I won't execute this program, because it already told me here method return type to void, so main method need to be void. Yeah, so here save. So there is no compilation error now, and it's running. So the question is, what if we use again error public void static main, this key is working out, string arguments instead of public static void main string arguments. Does it run? So answer is no, it doesn't. Because it won't run a compile. So because main method always need return type, which is void. And static is not void, so static is not like static means it just doesn't require any, we don't need to create any object. So I mean yeah. So what if we, let's say this public static void main have this string of argument, like array of argument strings, sorry, this array of string here have 3 dots. Does it run? Haven't shown any compilation error here, no syntactic error, no semantic error here. Do you think does it run? This 3 dot, and answer would be yes. I'll tell you the answer, but just before that I just want to run this. So let's save it here and run it. Yes, it does run. So 3 dot here, that means it's a var array. So var array represent this 3 dot. But if you just put 1 dot, it won't run, or 2 dot, it won't run, or 4 dot, sorry, a 4 dot, it won't run, or 5 dot, it won't run. three dot, yes, it run, because three dot represent var array, which is similar to this the big box. I'll just save it. And question number 12, what if we use public static main string with three dot instead of this key. String. Okay. Does it run? So answer is yes. Alright, big yes. It will run because 3 dot represent represents var array, which is like which works as an array, but it won't work if it is 1 or 2 or 4 dots. So yes, and I'm gonna over here public static void main in front of void what if I write final here? Does it run? The compilation has gone, the compilation error has gone. Does it run? Yes, it will run. I'll save it and run it. It does run. So why does it run? It will run because main method it will run the main method, but like main method can't do overriding, like method overriding after it is final. So what final does is like it represent the value we put after final would be the last value, so it would not change, it would not let us change the value. That's why it would not let us do method overriding after it is final. So I'll just write down, I'll save it, I'll just write down the question, question number 13, edit, yeah, 13. What if we use public static final void main string argument instead of static void main string argument. Does it work? So answer is yes, a big yes. It will run. So final will run the main method but can't do method overriding after it is called. So here we need to learn about this method overriding, and then after we will talk about this final, this keyword, yeah, in like coming tutorial, because I'm gonna make all of the, I will try to cover all of the Java tutorial. I would not call it tutorial, but I will try to help you guys, whoever watching, because I have taken lots of time, lots of effort to learn all of these things. I really want to do something in coding, especially Java. That's why. So I will teach you, try to teach you, what I've felt like, what we need to learn, what we need to do, and I think it will help you guys as well. So anyway, let's talk about this test main. How do you change the value of the class? So I think it's more related with inheritance. So if we change if we want to change the value of this class, this class testman, we just need to inherit, like it is related with inheritance. So that's how we can change the value of the class. So I will cover this one as well, but later. But most of the time you will get asked these questions for the interview, so you need to get ready. So 14, how do you change the value of class? So if we inherit, then we can change the value of class. So next question, normally we will ask like, what happen if we do final class in Java? So let's say instead of this public, what if we do final here? What it gonna do? I'm not gonna write down because it will change them. You guys gonna know. If it shows error, you will know it won't, or if it doesn't, it will. So instead of public, not public, just a final class here, final. Let's say it will work. I'm sorry, like not public, including public final class. Yeah, it will run here the hello world, but what it does is we cannot inherit this class, this testman class, if we do this class as a final. So answer is we cannot inherit the class, this testman to other class. So it is about inheritance. So question 15, what happens if if we do final Java, we can't inherit the class if we do final class, so we can't inherit in other class. Yeah. So another question would be can you save Java source file by other name than the class name? Can you save a Java source file by other than a class name? So let's say the class name here is testmain, but this Java file is also testmain. So these two are same, but if can we change this one and keep like give different name, like class name would be different and this Java file would be different? Can we do that? And answer would be yes, we can. We can actually. You wanna see? I will just write down here simple class. It will show compilation error here at the moment, but I have to remove this public and we can save it. So class name would be simple, but the Java file would be testmain.java. So that's how we do it. So the question is, can you save a Java source file, which is this one, testmain.java, by other name other than the class name? So class name is here different. Before it was testmain, public class testmain, and the testmain and this Java file was same, but now the class name is simple and the Java file is testmain. So we can do that by removing this public. Okay, I'll just save this one. The asterisk is gone, that means it is saved. I've just pressed Ctrl S and I will run it. Just a second. Error, could not find load main class testmain class by Java line class not found exception. Keep on saying this one, but yes, it will run. I know it will run. I know this gonna run. I don't know why it's not working here. So yeah, regarding the before, like saving Java source file by other name than the class name, I've tried to do it so that you guys gonna know it is it should run if we don't save I mean, like if the class is not public. So I've done it here, but I don't know why it's not running here. So I'll just show you, yeah, because it will run, trust me, it will run in the Java. So here it's simple, yeah, because I worked it before, that's why it should be main. Alright, save it. So main, public class main, yeah, and I'll open terminal to run it. main.java compiling, because I haven't changed anything, because I want to show you it will run just as it is, because I haven't changed public here, so I'm just showing it will run, yeah. So Java main, so it is showing hello world. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this one to simple and remove this public and save it. So it has saved. So the Java source name is main.java, while the class name is simple, just with a public, so it should work. So I'm gonna open terminal again, another terminal. So desktop list. So there is this main.java. So I'm gonna compile simple, because I've written the class name simple.java. Sorry, main.java. It has compiled, so it has created simple class, because I need to, sorry, there was a mistake. So I need to write down main.java here, and it has created bytecode here. So I'll just write down Java, and now simple. It should be simple here, trust me. Okay, so it has worked. You can see hello world. So what does it mean is, like, we can save a Java source file by other name than the class name. So this is an example. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Keep learning.